Be honest with me. What is the real reason why you're single right now?
I'm like so ready to date, but I'm gonna just show you the shit I deal with men. Hold on. So this guy DMs me, come visit me in Atlanta. I'm like, where's my fucking flight? And if you fly me out, I'm not sleeping with you. So I would like a free trip to Atlanta though, because I miss it. So talk to me nice. This guy right here lives in my sister's apartment building, and when you guys see me in TikToks with no makeup on, this is how this dude saw me every day. And he texted me in the summer like, hey, I thought you looked cute tonight, because he would see me walking around walking the dogs and shit. So then he texted me this week asking how I was, because he thinks I live there. I don't. I basically explained I'm not going to be there till summer. I go every summer. So he goes, do you have an Instagram? So he saw me on Instagram and he goes, can summer come already? And basically said, I'm not even kidding. I would have been more or less laid back. Like, huh?
Gentlemen, the level of entitlement in some of these videos is just absolutely unreal, okay? So this woman opened up her video by basically trying to explain why she's single, and she goes on to say, well, I'm single because of this behavior that I have to put up with from men. And then she shows us some DMs of men offering to, to hang out with her and giving her compliments and this kind of crap, okay? And one of which she's demanding a flight from a guy where, guys, what you've got to understand is all of this is just attention-seeking entitlement, okay? This woman could have a relationship if she wanted one, okay? She's like, oh, I'm ready to start dating, but you know what? I have to deal with this terrible behavior from men, and then she just shows men who are interested in her. Like, guys, this is what women will do. They'll be like, nobody's interested in me. Nobody's interested in me. And their entire inbox will be full of dudes ready to give them a relationship. And this is the lie that women will try and sell you guys. The lie is, I'm a victim. Things are so difficult for me. And that's why I need even more attention and more validation. But what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again with another response video. And on today's show, guys, we're going over a few TikToks of girls who are just straight up entitled, guys. They really don't understand how any of this works, or you know what, maybe they do, but they're just lying through their damn teeth, okay? So we're going to go through this TikTok one more time before we continue on to this woman's next one. So let's take a look and play it through again.
Be honest with me. What is the real reason why you're single right now?
I'm like so ready to date, but I'm gonna just show you the shit I deal with men. Hold on.
So she's ready to, by the way, this woman goes on to say that she's celibate, by the way, guys. Like, that's where we're going with this as well. Like, you thought that this was the worst of it? No, no, no. This woman claims that she is celibate, by the way. And I believe that's a tattoo on the hand, possibly right there. Okay, but, she's ready to date. No, no, no. She's still seeing dudes, okay? Girls will try and tell you this, man. They're still seeing dudes, okay? I don't care if she says she's celibate. I don't care if she's saying that she's not dating at the moment. She's still seeing that 1 to 4 dudes who she's actually interested in, who won't give her a relationship.
Hold on. So this guy DMs me, come visit me in Atlanta. I'm like, where's my fucking flight? And if you fly me out, I'm not sleeping with you. So I would like a free trip to Atlanta though, because I miss it.
So straight up, just the entitlement, okay? A dude said, come hang out with me, and she's just expecting a flight right off the bat. This is so insanely entitled, guys. I don't even know what to say about this, right? Where, like, these girls seem to think that their presence is just their presence. Hell, possibly not even their presence, because, to be honest, she'd probably buy the flight, and then she'd just screw off anyway, right? She just seems to think that wherever she goes, she's deserving of money. And you know what, guys? I gotta say this. I blame a lot of this on the dudes as well. Like, paying girls ridiculous amounts of money. Like, there's a girl who I'm going to be covering. I don't know whether I'll cover it on Locals or something like that, or maybe I'll cover it actually as next YouTube video, depending on whether I can or not. But the girl literally made like $50,000 in a week selling, I don't even want to say it, man. But Better Bachelor, Joker from Better Bachelor did a video on it recently, guys. Just absolute clown world crap, where these girls seem to think that they're just deserving of a dude's money.
So talk to me nice. This guy right here lives in my sister's apartment building, and when you guys see me in TikToks with no makeup on, this is how this dude saw me every day. And he texted me in the summer like, hey, I thought you looked cute tonight, because he would see me walking around walking the dogs and shit.
Guys, please never text like this, okay? First of all, don't text. Guys, please, for the love of goodness, Never send 2 texts in a row. And please, if you're a man, do not use emojis, guys. Like, just cut that. If you want to use that crap with your boys, that's that, okay? But if you're a dude and you're out here choosing to date, right? Don't be doing this stuff. Girls just look at you like you're an absolute clown, guys. Like, they're like, okay, I got him. Like, look at this man right here, okay? She said, you saw me, and then he said, hell yeah, with like a face on it. Like, could you give the girl any more validation, right? And she will never get with you as a result of this, by the way.
So then he texted me this week asking how I was, because he thinks I live there. I don't. But basically explained I'm not going to be there till summer. I go every summer. So he goes, do you have an Instagram? So he saw me on Instagram and he goes, can summer come already? And basically said, I'm not even kidding. I would have been less laid back. Like, huh?
Like, guys, just look at this dude's messages, by the way. Like, so he double messages again, asks her for her Instagram, double messages again, and then validates some more by saying, you know, can summer come already? Because she said that she's visiting in summer, right? And then she just says back emojis, right? And then he like triple texts her with an emoji of his own. Guys, please don't be like this guy, okay? But let's continue on to the next video because this is where things become even worse from memory. So let's take a look what she says in the next one.
I want to dive into this comment real quick.
Okay, so let me just pull this down so you guys can see, right? So she just made that video, and now she's making this video because someone on the previous video, let me show you if I can pull this up. So someone on that video right there, this one, commented on it and said that you're the problem, right? It's not men who are the problem. They just came along and said you're the problem. So now she's over here making this video replying to the comment because obviously she's butthurt about it. So let's see what she has to say.
I want to dive into this comment real quick. You know what? I seemed a little entitled when I was like, where's my flight at? But it's just because I'm so sick of these dudes that are rich and shit in my DMs. Like, stop talking to me. Stop talking.
How does that make sense, by the way? Right? Like, how does that... Guys, it hurts my brain trying to follow these people's logic. Right? All it is like, look how valuable I am, right? That's all that she's trying to do with videos like these is say, look how valuable I am. This is why, guys, a lot of girls seem to think that, oh, I've got like this many dudes who are interested in me, or I've got this many followers, as if, dude, nobody cares about your followers. No, nobody cares about your followers. Guys, I have never looked at a girl's follow account and gone, wow, she's more attractive to me now because she has so many followers. No, no, no. See, that's a girl thing. Right? What girls will do is they'll sit there and they'll think, okay, well, they won't necessarily think this like just out loud, but they'll be attracted to the guys with the big Instagram followings who make a lot of money. So they think to themselves, oh, well, I want to become attractive to him. So I'm going to go out there and get thousands of Instagram followers as well. I'm going to try and make myself look valuable and say that other people are interested in me. Guys don't care if anything, guys don't want more dudes who are interested in you. Right, all this attention grabbing on social media really only harms yourself.
Stop talking to me. What are you doing for me? It's 10:10 right now on my phone, by the way.
So don't forget, by the way, she opened this up by saying, oh yeah, I seemed a little bit entitled. And then not even 15 seconds later, she says that, what are you doing for me? Like, hello?
Like, what is this? He also wrote back and said, bet, when do you want to come? Wasn't expecting that. So I basically said, I'm busy this weekend, maybe next weekend. And what are your expectations? Because I'm not breaking my celibacy. We don't...
Guys, this woman says that she is celibate. Now you might be thinking, Taylor, right? Maybe she is celibate. Maybe she's being completely honest. Guys, I have prepared for that. Okay, I wanted to show you guys because I thought a few of you may say in the comments, Taylor, can we just give her the benefit of the doubt and say for a moment that she's celibate? But don't worry, guys. I have her Instagram on hand, so let's take a bit of a look and see whether or not she's celibate. So let me see if I can pull up the right screen here. Now, you might be looking at these images and saying to yourself, Taylor, that's not that bad. Okay, I cannot scroll up and down on this. On her, so we're on her Instagram right now. I cannot scroll up or down on this page without YouTube potentially age restricting this video because of the content that's on her Instagram. You see what I'm saying, guys? Like, so this woman wants to tell us that she's celibate, and like these are the only I cannot show you guys any other row here because she's basically not clothed herself. Okay? Like, and this girl wants us to believe that she's celibate. Nah, man. No, I don't buy that.
Follow each other
But let's pull this back up again
on social media. Which
and by the way, okay, so she proceeds to get upset. So let's have a look. So this is the conversation that she's had so far, right? The guy said, come visit. She asks for a flight. And then he says, bet when. And then she says, oh, I'll maybe be around, not this weekend, but the next weekend.
Celibacy. We don't follow each other on social media, which I prefer because people are psychotic. But I sent that 45 minutes ago, and he has posted on his story. I haven't looked because I don't give a fuck. But I know he's...
And yet here you are making a TikTok about it. I don't care, but I'm here making a TikTok about the dude, right? Like, make that make sense. And also, guys, I'll just let this play for a bit longer. Hang on.
Saw that message and refuses to open it because, you know what? All he expects is to get in between my legs. And I don't want that. I'm sorry. Like, and maybe I am emotionally unavailable. So maybe I am the problem. But it's like, come on now. Like this other guy a few months ago.
Okay, so she ends that part before we continue on to the next man. But the reason that he didn't reply to you is because you're a waste of time. You're a waste of time. Guys, anytime, please, if you're a dude who's out there dating, and I'll keep making this stipulation because I know a lot of guys who watch these videos are choosing to not date. But for those of you guys who are out there dating, if a girl says maybe to you, if she says we'll see, or oh, I don't know, or anything like that, withdraw your offer, guys. Either just ghost her right then and there, or withdraw your offer and say, don't worry about it. Sounds like you got a lot going on. Just withdraw your offer, guys. Like, or just don't reply at all. Okay, these girls, like, if these girls have nothing going on, by the way, gentlemen. Like, just to make that absolutely clear, when girls say, oh, you know, I'm busy because of this and that, guys, they don't have anything going on. Okay, these women, like, especially girls like this, man, they don't have careers. Okay, they're not out here hustling that 9 to 5 where they've only got a few hours here or there. They're not like, you know, a truck driver or anything like that, putting in 14-hour days like we covered on the last video, guys. They're sitting at home, they're eating their ice cream, crying over some reality television, waiting for that guy to call them who they actually care about, okay? Let's cut all the BS.
Ago, what seems so cool, like so cool, and then he basically said, you don't like black guys, blah, blah, and I was like, that's what people think. And then look at this nasty text message he sends me. TikTok, I covered it up. I didn't violate any community guidelines. But, like, this is how men, like, they just see me as, like, they desire me, but they don't value me. And it's just like...
Whoa, that's crazy. They see you, but they don't value you. Right? Oh, that's like a lot of these modern women, guys, in a nutshell, right? That's the issue that they have. It's like, why can I get all of this attention, but guys don't value me? It's like, maybe it's because you're out here driven by all of the attention, right? Like, here's the thing, gentlemen. If you're a guy with any sense, okay, why on earth would you wife up, make one of these girls your girlfriend, okay, go out with these girls? Let me tell you something, gentlemen. Girls like this, here's the very interesting thing about this, okay? If you're a dude and you want to date a girl like this, okay, first of all, this girl is not celibate, but I want you guys to imagine for a moment, you know, you're like, okay, well, I'll date her and we'll go out on some dinners. You know, I'll take her out. I'll treat her well. I'm going to work really hard for her. I'm going to give her a nice relationship. Okay. We're going to go out, and you go out to dinner. Okay. You pay for this girl's meal. Okay. And you guys are sitting there, and maybe you live in like a smaller city, right? And a dude comes in and she's, you know, any guy who has seen this woman's Instagram has seen her in a particular state that I can't talk about on YouTube, okay? Now, how embarrassing is that for you guys? Like, you're going out there with your girl, okay? You're all getting dressed up to go for a nice dinner, and you know for a fact that any one of the dudes in the restaurant, you know, if they've ever seen her Instagram, have seen essentially as much as you have. right? It's like, why would a guy want to wife that up? Why would a guy want to have a relationship with you? And guys, we're not even talking about the attitude yet, right? I was just purely mentioning the need for attention, the need for validation. I haven't even mentioned, like the attitude and the entitlement that comes along with it. It's like, okay, you're going out there, you're going for the dinner, right? Potentially other dudes have seen so you're with someone who has a high potential of just straight up embarrassing you by virtue of existing, and then you have to deal with their attitude along the way and like put up with them over dinner or going out to family events and stuff like that, introducing them to your parents, right? Like, nah, man. But I'm gonna play that last bit again because that's just absolutely gold, isn't it? Like,
TikTok, I covered it up. I didn't violate any community guidelines, but like, this is how men, like, they just see me as like, they desire me, but they don't value me. And it's just like,
they desire me, but they don't value me. Guys, I'm going to pull this up one more time. They desire me, but they don't value me. Again, once again, we are on this woman's TikTok right here. And once again, I'd like to make the point that I cannot scroll up or down on this woman's page because I would be violating YouTube's guidelines, and they'd age restrict the video. Like this video, if I were to scroll up or down, that would have a good chance of being like, you know what, we're not going to show this to anyone under the age of 18. Like that's like, yeah, I wonder why you can't get the respect.
I want to know.
Okay, it's so absolutely hard for them to figure out, but let's switch it back over.
What are you doing for me besides trying to get in my pants? And it's like, yeah, what if I go there and he's like amazing and whatever, but I'm like, I'm not trying to give it up to anybody. I don't know, just the whole idea of that just scares the absolute crap out of me. And I crave emotional chemistry. I don't really care.
Validation, attention, you know, that sort of stuff. And here's the thing, guys, I'm not trying to be an a-hole. Like, but can we just call it for what it is? Right? Like, when I make these videos, guys, I'm like not out here trying to be an a-hole to these people or whatever. It's just, can we call it for what it is? Okay, if you're out here and you just want attention, you just want a validation, I haven't got any issue with that. I don't care. You know, we got thousands and thousands, millions of girls out here doing this. But can we just call it for what it is? Right? Because a lot of men will follow girls like this, they'll listen to what they have to say, and they'll just sit there being lied to for the majority, if not all of their life. Like, most guys will actually be lied to for so many years, and a lot of guys never even come to the truth. Like, a lot of guys will actually have to come to the truths about dating and stuff like that through a lot of manual pain, right? That's what it is. Like, not secondhand learning, okay, not having like a few experiences and then kind of getting the gist of it. No. A lot of guys will listen to crap like this and get run through divorce courts and stuff like that, right?
For the other shit right now. I just don't. And if you're not turning me on mentally, you're for sure not going to turn me on physically. And right now, none of these dudes are doing it for me. So if I'm the problem, because I'm actually like holding myself up to a fucking high standard opposed to my fucking past, then I'll be the fucking...
Okay, all right. That's enough of the swearing right there. But you know what? Hold the standards, all right? I'm excited to see how this goes for her as she continues to go on in her life, guys. I wish her all the best with her standards. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are hearing sentences like that and going, you know what? She can have her standards. I'm going to be out here just not dealing with her. Because here's the thing, gentlemen. While these girls sit here and they have all these standards and they talk about how, like, all this kind of crap, a lot of guys who have realized that a lot of this is just a waste of time, dudes will be out here stacking their money, but these girls will still be doing the same thing every day, you know, chasing Chad or chasing the validation online. And by the time you rock around to 40, this girl's in a significantly worse position than men who have actually put any sort of effort into their life, right? And again, that's just a very funny thing to see. But we've got one more video clip from this woman right here, guys, who you know, obviously just can't figure out why men don't respect her. So let's take a look at this one last video from this woman.
How females look cute walking in heels, because I look like an absolute idiot. Oh my god. If I wasn't trying to draw attention to myself, I for sure am. Ow. Ow. I want to know how females look cute walking in heels, because I look like an absolute idiot. Oh my god. If I wasn't trying to draw attention to myself, I for sure am.
Okay, so she for sure is trying to draw attention to herself. I just wanted to let that play one more time, so that you could just you heard that correctly. Okay, she's the one wanting to draw attention to herself, and before YouTube comes over here and bans this, guys, she is in fact wearing a shirt, as you can see right there. Just walking down the street, but uh, it's kind of mind-boggling to me, guys, that these girls just can't like kind of put the two and two together and say, okay, well, here's why guys don't respect me. Here's why guys don't want to have a relationship with me. And like a lot of these girls, like even if they are super nice and even if they are pleasant to deal with, by virtue of the fact that they're posting this stuff all over social media, they're going to have a harder time finding a guy who respects himself. Okay, because dudes who respect themselves like are not going to be interested in girls who are out here grinding on TikTok, grinding on Instagram. And when I say grinding on Instagram, guys, like that has a whole new meaning to it, doesn't it, these days? But like, I really want to stress that I could not show this woman's Instagram. Okay, I legit could not show her Instagram on video. Like that's Instagram's a little bit more like lax with the things that they'll let you show on the platform, right? And YouTube's a lot more harsh in that way. But I legit just couldn't show it. But guys, I'm going to see what else we have here momentarily as we continue on to today's episode. And guys, now's a good time. Make sure you leave your thoughts and your comments and subscribe if you've been enjoying the video. And as always, guys, if you're interested in supporting the channel, make sure you come over and check us out on Locals and Patreon, guys. The links for those are in the video description.
No girl has.
So let's see what else we got here. Yes, we have an absolutely banger of a TikTok right here. Now, guys, don't be scared, okay? This woman is going to try and pitch to us, okay? Well, at least she's going to try and I'm just going to let the video speak for itself, guys. I'm just getting tongue-tied trying to explain this clownery.
Yeah, I can't find anything backing this up. And before I jump into this,
so what she's referring to by the backing up is the fact that this guy is trying to say that splitting a family up and doing 50-50 parenting is bad for the child, and she's saying that she can't find anything to back up that claim.
please no bullying in the comments. Please leave her alone. It's okay to be wrong sometimes. So I did what you told me to do, and I played devil's avocado, and I searched the exact opposite of what I wanted to hear, research that shows that 50-50 has negative side effects. And like awkwardly, this research that shows that it's actually more beneficial came up as the first result. But I persevered and I wanted to check out a couple other articles. But a lot of these are opinion based and they don't have any research or actual statistics. I did find this one though, so let's jump into this. Let's give you the benefit of the doubt. This website also has another article that literally says the opposite and that it is good. But in the Why It's Negative article, they calculate all their information using TimTab AI software, which for all I know, those are the bots that write those fake movie scripts that always sound weird. But this article is only arguing that the earliest stages of life, like baby and toddler, might not benefit from 50-50, but they still say that the next best schedule is the dad still having 43% of time. But non-custodial dads I know aren't even getting this much time. They're still only getting every other weekend. At the end of the article, they actually bring up the whole bouncing back and forth argument that I mentioned in my first video, and wouldn't you know it, they actually say that that argument is completely unfounded.
Yeah, guys, so apparently, splitting up families and doing 50-50 parenting, which, by the way, let's be completely honest here, gentlemen. The majority of situations where family is split up, it really does not end up in a situation where it's 50-50. Like a lot of guys, a lot of fathers are only getting custody of their children on like every second weekend and stuff like that. But with that aside, guys, this woman is unironically trying to present to us the idea that 50-50 parenting is better than having a family that's actually remaining together. Guys, if you use any level of common sense, you know that this is ridiculous, okay? If you are wanting to have, a healthy, well-rounded child, you want to have both influences there as much as possible. Okay, this is not something, this idea that we can just go around splitting family units up and that's a good idea is something that is unique to 2021, guys. And it's such a sad thing to see how people are basically celebrating splitting families up now. Right, and not only that, there's so many issues that go along with this, especially because men are the ones who deal with the majority of this. Like, you think that when a family splits up, it's the girl that has it worse off? No, no, no. It's the dudes who have it worse off. And here we are on TikTok in 2021 trying to make the case that splitting up families is a good idea for children. Absolutely fantastic, guys. Round of applause for these people.
Finally, I found an unbiased source that combined 40 research studies on the positive and negative effects of 50-50 shared parenting. And they really went into it. I mean, they tested across multiple cultures, multiple pools of people, so many different custodial schedules. They looked into cognitive development, school grades, sports, depression. Please look this up. It's about 28 pages, and it was all compiled by Linda Nielsen of the Department of Education. And at the end of the day, all 40 of these studies concluded that overwhelmingly 50-50 shared parenting had an overwhelming beneficial outcome for the children. They found school grades were better, emotional stability was better, involvement with crime or aggressive behaviors was improved. And they all had more positive relationships with both their mothers and fathers.
I'd be interested if that was compared to, you know, families that were already together or not. But guys, like, the fact that we're even arguing this is so ridiculous to me. Right? Maybe you guys let me know in the comments, okay? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think it is better to have a family that is together to raise a child? Or do you think it's better that the parents are split up? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just going insane here, gentlemen. Maybe I've been making these videos for too long, but I really do not like the idea that we're out here not necessarily advocating, but trying to say that we should be, you know, that splitting up families is a perfectly okay and acceptable thing, because we all know how this ends, guys. Like, basically how this ends is women getting to age 30, rushing out their kids, divorcing the guy, taking him for half his crap, and the children, and then the kids being worse off because they are now in a broken family. And guys, what I just outlined right there is the typical pattern for 2021, you know, dating as, you know, as women go into their 30s.
30 different studies. The Department of Mother Freaking Education. Look, no one's saying give your kids to an abuser or a deadbeat. Abusers and deadbeats suck. Deadbeat dads suck. Deadbeat moms suck. Non-binary deadbeats suck. That's not who we're talking about. 40 different studies are showing us that if both parents are fit, the kids are going to have the best lives if they share their time with both parents. Once again, please no bullying in the comments. You just don't know till you know.
Okay, guys, we're going to be leaving it there on that particular TikTok. I might leave a little bit of a clause on the pinned comment in case I misinterpreted right there, because at the very end she said, you know, something that had me thinking a little bit. But we're going to be leaving that TikTok right there, and we're going to be continuing on to the next one.
I hate the stereotype of, like, sketchy.
Okay, maybe we're not. I refuse to listen to this video. My editor showed me this one, guys. We are absolutely not listening to that. I just cannot do it. Guys, we're going to be wrapping up today's show with a couple of dating profiles. So let's see what a couple of these people have to say. And this first one here is we have a 34-year-old woman who is a driver of some description. So I don't know whether that means a truck driver or whatever the case may be. But let's have a look at what she has to say in her dating profile. So going on, it says, I am going to be super real. I am married with no kids. My husband is my best friend, but we just don't and won't work. So this woman is on a dating app with a husband, by the way, right? Why am I not divorced? Well, we get along. The insurance is awesome. I'm not going to shake up the comfort of my life up without good reason, simply for the privilege of struggling harder. So basically, this woman is on a dating app. She has a husband, and she's not leaving her husband because she has a comfortable life while she's with her husband. Right, guys, like, I mean, it's really sad to say, but a lot of these girls will be out here just using guys as meal tickets, right? Like, a lot of marriages and stuff like that are actually, like, if you're a dude and you lose your job, okay, things become difficult for you, the income starts to really struggle, maybe you can't make repayments on your mortgage, or maybe you lose your house for whatever other reason, a lot of these girls will not be around for the long term, let me just put it that way. But let's continue on. My interests are intelligence. Intelligence is an interest, okay. Interest in other people, I guess. But then dogs doesn't make sense. I don't get it. I don't understand. So her interests are dogs, intelligence, a sense of humor, being open-minded, and a sense of adventure. Going on here, we have a picture of her. Something I learned way later than I should have. Being me without approval, still under construction. It's a wild ride. Good luck if you can handle it. Most can't, but if you but you are one hell of a man if you can. Right? Because I don't know why, man, but there seems to be this attitude where like girls think that the more of an issue that they cause in a dude's life, the more of a prize the guy will treat them. Like, it's like, the more of a headache I can be to a guy, the better he's going to treat me and the more he's going to like me. Or the guys who are going to stick around, they're really going to be there for me. Guys, this is how you get those cycles of I can't say the word again on this YouTube video, but, you know, the cycles where they're just never-ending reinforcements of bad behavior. Okay, where the girl comes along and she thinks, okay, I'm going to be a headache to a guy, and then the guy who comes along and puts up with it, the behavior just gets worse and worse, and every time he tries to leave, she'll rope him back in, and these things create very vicious cycles, which, you know, if you add on top of the fact kids or husbands or not even ex-husbands, right, into the picture, things just get a hell of a lot worse. But it's great to know that we need luck on our side if we want to have a relationship with you. Okay, like, and again, this is just more lines, more added to the fire of why dudes are not dating. Because screw that. But let's continue. You are one hell of a man if you can. Again, we have another, you know, I'd like to use the word mugshot here. And that's the last photo. So again, 34-year-old girl. I want to say that she probably has kids. I don't know, just throwing in a guess there. But still has a husband. Looking for a real man who's going to come along and take care of her. But let's continue on to today's last dating profile before we wrap up today's episode. And guys, make sure you leave your thoughts and your comments as we go through these as well. Just kind of leave your opinions, because a lot of times I miss things and you guys pick up on things that I miss all of the damn time. And I do have a read through the comments when I can. We get a lot of comments these days, but I try and get through them to see if there are bits and pieces that I've missed. So let's continue on to the next one. This right here is Ashley, and this says 84% match. So I'm guessing like this website does like a, you know, how well you match together based off of mutual interests or something like that. Let's take a bit of a look at this one. She says in her About Me section, her summary, hey guys, exclamation mark, I am a very laid back, silly, non-grammatical, playful, passionate, caring, full of life, and a bit dorky kind of person. You know, if you're writing an About section, like, there are like supposed to be spaces that go between these, you know what I mean? Like, and again, I don't know what age this woman is. I'd say definitely above 30, but like, you know, put in the spaces, okay? Just please put in the spaces. I'm a very laid back, passionate kind of person, blah, 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 bit dorky. I am married and I'm in an open relationship, looking to meet new people and see what happens. I am a brat all in. I don't know if she's supposed to say like I'm a brat all in all, or like I'm a brat all in. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. I can't see likes, so send me a message and say hi. That's a lie. She's just baiting dudes to message her first because she's too scared to message first. And we got, please no games. This woman says this woman is in an open relationship and a marriage. It sounds like they're two separate things. So I'm married and in an open relationship. I don't know. Okay, maybe she's just got the one dude. She's probably seeing more than one dude. Let's just call it for what it is. And she wants a guy to come along and play no games with her. Like, what do you mean no games? Right? Oh, yeah, he's going to play games with you and mess with your heart and see other women. Of any guy who's going to... Oh, my... Guys, I just absolutely cannot. We're going to be leaving today's episode there. I've got to go and take something for my head after watching this one. Goodness. But guys, we're going to be leaving it there. As always, make sure to leave your thoughts and your comments to today's episode. And as always, guys, if you're interested in supporting the channel, come over and join us on Locals, guys. Being a supporter over there, the first month is totally free on me with code Fiendish, but otherwise it's completely free to join anyway, guys. So make sure you come and join that link in the description. But otherwise, we will be leaving it there. Gentlemen, make sure you take care of yourselves out there, and I'll be seeing you boys in the next episode. Peace.